Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? Hope everybody had a great day in the marketplace, and we did, and the chicken's back. We had a winner chicken dinner day in the marketplace. Winner. So get the chicken. Gotta have the chicken on winter days. But good day in the marketplace. Lots going on. Let's review. No reason to waste any time. Lots of trades today. Some really good, some not so good. Some from the other day didn't do anything. Some have done good. It's all over the place, but you never know if you don't try. So let's take a look at what we did today. So here's the account today. We are up for the day, almost $50,000. So we pretty much made back all our losses from yesterday. And this is what we got on the account. We got quite a few of these little stocks here, some different stuff to test out and try. Jaguar Health, that was way down today, but very interesting. After hours, it's at 351 to 352. And I have a little surprise for you guys in a couple of minutes about Jaguar Health. Then the Zom Medicaid has some stuff. Bought that early on today, already flipped it and made quite a bit on it, and I'll show you guys that. And then this one at the end of the day, Clovis, they have some stuff. They're speaking at the They're speaking at the JPM Healthcare Conference, and their biggest debt holder just converted to equity. And like I said, their CEO speaks tonight. So we're expecting some news out of that. You never know. You can make, like I said, some of this stuff, you just try and make 10 cents. If you have enough shares of something, 25,000 shares at 10 cents, it's $2,500, if you get a bigger move. But yeah, very interesting on the Jaguar, up so much today. Apple, even though Apple was down today, we are up $25,000 on our option. And this is what I was talking about, that when even if Apple goes down, so back to my scenario, if you owned 80,000 shares of Apple today and Apple went down 20 cents or 18 cents, just to make it easy, you would have lost $16,000. But by playing the option, Apple goes down and we made $25,000. So nice way to hedge it. I rolled up my 55s on NEO. Just because I didn't feel there was much profit left in those, and I'd rather go for a little more profit. I also think NEO's hopefully going to be able to hold above 58 for the next 3 days of the week. So also Tesla, with the big run up today, I just figured let's close this position. We made money. So here's all the trades we did today. Clovis, we bought at the end of the day at $5.95. That's pretty much where it's at right now after hours. CDYX. Bought at 5 cents. This is a long shot. I have a hunch. I don't know. This could wind up. We could wind up, losing $500,000 on this one, or this one could be $100,000 in a week. You never know. Sometimes you gotta gamble and have some fun. Zoe Media. This is the first trade we did today. Pre-market, bought 25,000 shares at $1.13. And sold those 50,000 shares at $1.29, so had a nice little pop there. And then we came back in and bought 25,000 shares at $122, and after hours, it's right around $130. So it's looking okay. And I tried to buy some more, but never got filled when it had dropped. And then also I tried to sell what I had, never got filled. NEO, this is what we said, had the 200 contracts we sold to open at 57 cents. Then we bought back those 500 contracts at 28 cents, and then sold 500 contracts at 20 and 29 cents. Sold 500 contracts at 72, 73 cents. So we basically did a roll up to capture more money and more profit, because like I said, if we don't do any of this, we'll never go anywhere. And then Tesla, we just bought to close the 30 contracts we had. If we would have waited a little longer, there even would have been lower now, but I was just happy to get out. Tesla takes up a lot of margin requirements. So that's a big problem with Tesla, because it requires so much margin against it. So it makes sense just to get out of it and move on. And here, let me just show you really quick while we're talking about it. So you can see here like NEO and some of these things. So this is the margin requirement. So for 300 contracts of NEO, we're tying up $1 million. For 500 contracts, we're tying up 1.6 million. And like Apple, for 800 contracts, 2.6 million. So you have to look at those. Also, some of these penny stocks aren't marginable, so you have to also look at that. Most stocks, if they're under $1 or $5, usually don't allow for margin, but just depends on the trading house where you trade and what their requirements are, blah, blah, blah. So it's all up to them and stuff, but that's how that goes. And hey, As promised, guys, I have a special treat for you. The one and only, are you guys ready for this? The one and only Jeff Schwartz, guys. If you guys, well, and all our YouTube sponsors, you guys have the Jeff Schwartz Make Money emoji. Jeff's the one behind the Jaguar pick, told me about Jaguar, and I thought, you know what, bring Jeff on, let's hear about it. So Jeff said all sorts of good things. The webinar, they have this, the diarrhea medicine that can be used to treat COVID. So Jeff, tell us why do you like it so much?
Well, I've been following it for a while. I mean, I bought this back when it was around 80 cents in the high 70s. And as we all seen, it's been gradually going up until the other day. I'm not going to talk about that at the moment. It crashed. I mean, it was in the low fours, mid fours. And then, we got the whole thing on the stock on the downturn. And, every rumor came out. Even Scott was saying, oh, this fraud and the CEO, is a liar and all these factors. It was not. It was strictly profit taking, huge profit taking, I guess, for all these people that were making money. And now it's on the rebound a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of good news about this stock, which is coming, in my opinion. They're going to be NASDAQ compliant, which is nothing they were even planning on, 2 weeks ago. It's on Friday, I think, will be 10 days for the stock. So that's going to be PR news. They have a big webinar coming on Thursday, which everyone's been waiting for. They had one a few weeks ago, and that got cut off midstream or something. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of good news in the pipeline for the stock. And everybody that I talk to on the one of my chat rooms I go in basically says the stock should be minimum of $5, and sometimes some people are saying in the range of $7 to $10 a share. I mean, that's not going to happen overnight. I don't see this going parabolic. I'd rather have a slow, steady rise. I'm not sure what Scott would like, but that's how I would like this to go. I think what we saw was an aberration basically the other day. I mean, I sold my shares too. So I've been rebuilding, a little bit of cost averaging as I'm going up the ladder again. I mean, I'm in again right now. So that's where I am at the moment.
Yeah. So a question for you. So like a lot of times when I'm trading these, lower end stocks, I'm looking for 10 cents, 15 cents. I'm looking for a lot of movement, and you can catch them several times a day. Get in 25,000 shares out, 10 cents later, it's $2,500, easy money, and you go on with your life. So what is your goal as these are anything under $5 is pretty much a penny stock. What is your goal as a penny stock trader?
Okay, well, I have a different system because I don't have the capabilities of Scott. I'm not a day trader yet. I entered my account with $5,000, and like Scott was saying, that's the minimum you should basically put in. And basically, I've turned that $5,000 in my portfolio to almost $10,000 already. Close. It's been above it actually, but with the sell-off, it went down a little bit. But it's a different story. I can't trade. You only have so many day trades a week. So I have a different strategy. I've been selling once maybe every day or two, and then cost averaging. That's the way I get around it. I'd make more money, obviously, if I had the day trading capabilities. But if some people out there don't have the day trade way, this is the way to do it. You got to cost average. And you also have the guts to, I guess, hold it overnight. Some people don't like doing that. So, I mean, I have a different strategy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious because everybody has a different strategy, and especially for a lot of the newbies watching. Obviously, the way I trade, I take a lot more risk at times because obviously for me, if one of these penny stocks or something goes down to $5,000-$10,000, it's not the end of the day for me. I have other stuff hedging it, but I know for somebody like yourself, and especially congratulations, it's really good to start with 5,000, double it to 10,000. I know there's so many people watching who would love to do the same, with at that level, because it is hard. It's and also there's also the rules, and I also try to explain that it's not as hard as you think to double $100 to 200, 1,000 to 2,000, 5,000 to 10,000. I can tell you, working with $5 million and trying to turn that into 10 million, it's the law of numbers is against you when you have bigger numbers. But a lot of times too, when you're playing with smaller numbers, you can get in and out a lot easier. So for me, trying to trade, the stuff that's moving, 50, 500 million or 100 million shares a day, it's not as bad. But that's one of the reasons in the option trading, and I try and explain to people, I like Apple so much because we're not going to manipulate Apple. Apple's going to trade 80 million to 120 million shares every single day like clockwork. Yeah, will Apple have a day where it trades 50 million shares? Sure. Will Apple have a day where it trades 200 million shares? Of course. But the whole thing is it doesn't matter. Every single person in the world who follows me all bought Apple right now. We wouldn't move it 5 cents. Apple's its own giant at the beast. But a lot of these, the penny stocks or stocks under $5 are very manipulative in how they move. And it's very interesting because some of these stocks have, 100 million shares in the float and they're trading, 800 million shares in a day and they only move 3 cents, or throughout the day they can go up $1, down $1. It's pretty crazy. One example, and one thing like we talked about, this obviously it was a penny stock. And I wanted to show you, and we talked about this one yesterday, was you guys remember Signal. And remember I said, guys, I would be shorting this. Obviously yesterday we're like, thank God we didn't short it, but I feel bad. I mean, imagine the people who would be the idiot who bought this stock at $70 or even $30 or $40 yesterday? I feel horrible for these people. I mean, it's down 74%. And this thing, if you look at it, you got to remember a month ago, this is a 50-cent stock. It's not worth more than $1 or 50 cents. So even at $10, I don't know if you would have bought this today. This thing's going to go back to probably, I don't know. It still would probably be a good short. I'm not going to mess with it. And I think that ship sailed on this one. But, you have to be very, very cautious. And I feel bad for the people who play these because, imagine, and you know how this works is, some kid who likes Elon Musk tells their dad or told grandpa, hey, grandpa, Elon Musk just said this Signal stock. He doesn't know. And grandpa goes, really? Oh, my God, Elon Musk liked it. And he calls up his broker because he's not online. He has no clue what's going on. Calls his broker, give me 1,000 shares of Signal. I'm the one who paid the $70 a share. This poor guy just lost $60,000. Look at the trading charts. Signal traded, almost 200, 300,000 shares above $50. Those are people that just lost. The same happened with Kodak. At least Kodak, there was a reason behind it. This stock had nothing. So the good news is what we learned is on day 2, if Elon Musk ever does this again or somebody else who's influential tweets something, we know on day 2 it could be wobbly, but we know to short it like no other because this is proof that a stock that is worthless, that goes all the way up because somebody mistweets it, is still worthless at the end of the day. But like I said, and with all the penny stocks, you guys have to be so careful. And also remember, guys, my channel is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing, my philosophies, and how I'm playing and how I feel about the markets. So always remember to be very careful when you trade, and that's my disclaimer again. So what else are you watching? What other stocks do you like?
Well, one thing I want to go back to, a lot of these cheaper stocks, you get this FOMO effect, the fear of missing out effect. And, you don't get that in the Apple range. You generally don't see that. But on the lower end stocks, a lot of talk of, oh, my God, you have to get in now or you're not going to get in. So that does play a factor. And I think this Jaguar stock actually is a FOMO effect. That's what's been happening. In the last week or so, besides. Other stocks I'm playing? Well, I like BNGO. It's what if you want to pull it up. It's come down a bit, and I actually cost average. It's biogenomical. I forgot what it's called, but I like that stock too. Again, that might jump a lot in the next day or two. Again, with all these healthcare conferences, it went down a little bit today, but I sold it off earlier and I rebought, so I'm actually pretty happy. You can see that little trend that went up, and I actually cost that. I got up the ladder. But I also sold off a little high, rebought low. So I'm actually okay with that at this moment. Really, all the other stocks I cleaned up. I told Scott earlier I cleaned up a lot of junk I had in my portfolio. I'm taking Scott's advice on some stuff he messaged all of us with that are, Patreon members. The Clovis, the Zom, the Zomatico. A Zom is something else. Now, that's something I really think is a pump and dump. That's just my opinion. That stock, if you want to bring up the charts, that was a 10 to 20 cent stock for the last year. Okay, it's been junk, and I had when it was junk. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had minimal shares, but no one saw this coming, in my opinion. Look at this. Look how low it was. This is nothing. Then it had a little bump. Then it leveled off.
This is the same chart of BYGO or Bingo. It was 50 cents and went to $5. This one's 25 cents and is only at $1.30.
Well, you know, is the only what people have been saying about Zom is the animal sympathize. What do you want to call it? Like people have sympathy for animals because they do have medicine that they're using as treatment for animal problems. I'm not sure exactly which diseases, but there is some, you know, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of is right now, but they want the stock to go up. The animal lovers.
I like this one. Gamble Slot says it's a pump and dump Carol Baskin pump.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Scott's gonna be smart. I don't think twice. He's gonna get in and get out, in my opinion, at the right time. And you know, that's what it is. I mean, I just bought in maybe an hour or two ago, based on Scott's advice. And
I made some money on it. I liked how it traded this morning. I liked the after hours, and you know, I told you I'm gonna wait for the dip. It came down. I tried to buy a little bit more when it was like 115, and then it closed up, and I have a $2,000 profit again in this trade. So if I can get 10, 20 cents in the morning, I'm out of there. You know, make, like I said, a quick little money.
See, the advantage
is that a New York accent?
What's that?
Mimi asked if you're a New York accent. Yes, New York.
Oh, the New York accent. Yeah. I'm from New York. But no, that stock you have to watch very carefully. Day traders have the edge. There's no question, because you can go up 10 cents of a big amount and make a quick big amount of money and get out. A person like me, unfortunately, it's got to know when to buy it and hold. It's a much more complicated thing. But day traders,
but you got to start. You got to start small. Like I said, you're an inspiration because like I said, most people, you know, don't have the large amounts of money to trade with, but they do have, you know, $1,000, $5,000, and just hearing from somebody like yourself in 30 days who doubled their money, or less than 30 days, that lets people know that this is possible. You have to make sure you're playing the right, you know, stocks and stuff. So David has a question. He says, Raja, what do you think of a possible $2,000 stimulus check and how that will influence the market? This could be huge. I mean, we just keep dumping money into the market, and that's what's keeping this market. You know, honestly, this market's probably 10 to 20% way above where it should be right now. But if we keep dumping money in, it's going to keep going up, because these people, how many people do you think are going to get $2,000 to buy a new iPhone, buy a new Samsung, buy a new laptop, buy an iPad, you know, make an extra trip they weren't planning on, go out to eat at a better restaurant than McDonald's. When you pump all that money in, it's going to keep doing it. You know, I mean, that's what's boosting up this economy. And it's like I said, I feel that the economy, and I think like what needs to be looked at, are, especially come summertime, are like the high-end retail stores, high-end vacation resorts, because I think you have a lot of people who made a lot of money. What I think is it's very unfortunate. I think you have a lot of like restaurant employees and stuff like that, hospitality employees, who places have shut, 100,000 plus businesses have closed and have rent problems, and this rent. I still haven't figured out how the rent moratorium works or anything like that. But I think that's going to be really dangerous for those people. I feel like the poor are going to be really, really poor, and I feel like some of the rich and people who had 401ks all year didn't touch them, and people, you know, like Jeff, who have taken a risk and an opportunity to take advantage of the market, and you know, some of these lower end stocks that are, you know, doubling, tripling, quadrupling in a day, have made all this extra money, and those are going to be the people where normally, and I know how people think, you're going to say, you know what, you made $5,000 this last 30 days. You know what, let's go out, let's go to a nice steakhouse tonight. Let's spend $200, where normally maybe we'd go out and we'd spend $50 for two people. You know, it's like, hey, you know, have a good celebration. It's the same thing with me, you know, and, you know, maybe I'll say, you know what, when I go to the casino tonight, you know what, I made $50,000 today. You know what do I care if I lose $5,000 tonight versus if I lost $50,000, I'd probably be like, I ain't gambling. But no, I mean, I think there's going to be there'll be an overexuberance from the people who made a lot of money in the marketplace, and that's going to help high-end retailers, high-end resorts. You know, I think they're going to come back really fast. I think some of the lower end stuff will have a much harder time, because those are the people who don't have the money. They just didn't make the money during this, you know. And honestly, the $2,000 stimulus, they're the people who aren't using it wisely, who will just go out, blow it, and, you know, continue on and stuff. So definitely, you know, different stuff. Also, I just want to thank, big congratulations to New, who just signed up to become our 50th Patreon member. So we have over 50 Patreon members now. So congratulations, guys. Jeff's was our first one. And in my Patreon group, I post all my trades in real time. So within 30 seconds, of me making the trade, I post you a picture. I say buy. I say if I it's not a recommendation. I just say buy. So because I bought it. If I say sell, I sell. If I say sell to open, I sold to open. If sometimes I'll give a little bit more explanation. I'm trying to on stuff, but sometimes it's moving fast. I'm just trying to get those trades in there because a minute's time difference could be 10 cents on some of these. You guys have seen some of my trades where within minutes, move so fast. So, but definitely, guys, like I said. The markets move fast, so you always have to be very, very careful and stuff. So Jeff, Jaguar, we talked about. You said bingo. Any other ones you like? Any other stocks that you like?
Well, actually, what I like.
Yeah.
I got 2 more comments actually to make. One, there's a lot of people in the market now that got into the market when the COVID was in its infancy, when there was no sports going on. People were gamblers who wanted to bet. They had nothing to put their money on. So that's when the Robinhood thing really started getting big. Robinhood's an app for trading, if you don't know. So people were pushing money into the market at that point, and now they're staying in the market. A lot of people think, because sports came back, they're going to get out. No. And where these stimulus checks that we're talking about might really come back into play for these people who are, they're not usually day traders, but they also want to buy, similar to me, I guess. But they're in play. And one last thing I want to say actually is that, the app that I used to use E-Trade, I still have it, but I recommend Webbull if you type in Webbull. The major advantage for a Webbull is that the trading day is from 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time till 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're getting 16 hours of action. Most of the other trading platforms, they're shut down at 8 p.m. and you can't start trading until 7 a.m. So that gives you an advantage. I mean, if you wake up early in the morning or you can't sleep, if you have action that you kept overnight, you're going to be the first one on board at 4 a.m. to make a move. The stocks can go crazy high at 4 a.m. and dip. I've seen everything already on that. And the worst feeling in the world is that when you can't make a trade till 7 a.m. and you're watching your stock go up or down and you want in or out, it's painful. So, I recommend getting on Webbull. It's not the hardest platform to learn. It's pretty simple. They even offer IPOs at buying. I guess I just started experimenting with that too because I'm pretty new. But they offer IPO buying, so that might be good for some people as well. And really, that's it. I'm going to buy Jaguar. Might be one more day. I think my opinion about Jaguar is we're going to know a lot more by Thursday afternoon, even Friday morning. If the webinar goes really well and the SPAC merger they're talking about, let's say they do announce it or something, or the chatter comes up, that stock is going to fly. That's my opinion. Scott might have a different one, but he's in the stock like me. So I think we have similar thoughts, but it can crash like it did yesterday and today in the daytime. So keep your eyes on it.
Yeah, no, a lot of these go up very, very fast. They go up very fast and they can come down very fast. That's why you always have to be, got to be very, very careful. That's for sure. Just they can move fast. Stuff. I was actually looking at, let's see.
You should talk about Clovis. I mean, you sent that to the Patreon. Give everybody a little clue about Clovis.
Yeah, so Clovis, it's just a pull up the chart for you guys real quick to see. So Clovis today, they're speaking at the their biggest debt holder just converted to equity. The CEO speaks at the JPM Healthcare Conference. So is that the same conference that Jaguar is speaking out tonight?
It might be. There's one major conference going on. It might be that conference. Not sure.
Okay. So I didn't know. I also wanted to share, since Jeff had mentioned it. Hold on. Let's just try to pull this up really quick. One sec for you guys. Since and I actually, since a lot of people have been asking about Webbull and how some of these different things work, I wanted to check them out myself also. So I'll put there we go. That's right there. That's if anybody does want to sign up for Webbull, it's pretty cool. You get two free stocks. They give you 2 free stocks, and whoever refers you gives you 2 free stocks. So I just put it in the chat there. That's my Webbull. Also on the YouTube chat part of it. Maybe Brian Sanders, if you want to put it on the Facebook for me. But that's my link on Webbull. So if anybody does sign up, thank you guys. These are our links. It's pretty funny. And same with Robinhood. I have a link for that I'll share later on. But I got like one stock they give me a Siri for $6. So, but you could get a stock anywhere between $2 and $1,800 or something, like Amazon. Or I don't know. You're probably not going to get Amazon. I actually was having some fun. And the reason I want to do it, because I know a lot of you guys are using these other platforms. I mostly use Schwab, but I know a lot of people are using them. So I wanted to just take a look at them and see what makes the most sense and, what looks the best and stuff. But just to recap everything, this is what we did today. Jaguar after hours was looking nice. It was up, about 12, 13 cents. Apple today was down a little bit. After hours, it's up, but we actually did okay. Tesla did really well today. NIO bounced around pretty much flat for the day. They're down 60 cents. We rolled up a little bit down. We're then still 4 points away, so I feel really comfortable. This is a long shot. CTYX. This is a true penny stock. It's 5 cents, 4 cents. If you got $50, $100, throw it at it. Have fun. Well, that's what I would do. Like I said, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but you want to have some fun. Worst case scenario, at 5 cents and $100 worth, and it goes to 4 cents, you lose $20. If the thing goes to $1 and you have, at 5 cents and it goes to $1, you make a lot of money. It's a long shot. I don't know. I'll probably be out of it at 30 cents, 50 cents if it actually moves. But you never know. Like I said, you got to have some fun. I know I'm making my money on my options. So, but I want to throw a little money around here, show you guys. And I also know like a lot of you don't have the ability to do the big option trading yet. So I want to make sure that everybody see that and stuff. Patrick says, "Are you still in Jaguar, Scott?" Yes. This account I have 45,000 shares of Jaguar still in it. My other accounts, I have about probably another 50,000 Jaguar altogether. So, but Bitcoin today, Bitcoin from the highs of 42,000, all the way down to 33,000. It's been bouncing around as low as 30, as high as 35. Seems to be bouncing around all over the place there. But like I said, there's so much stuff. Somebody said check out cruise lines. They all announced today too. Well, I know Royal Caribbean announced that they're definitely not sailing until April. We could take a look at, let's see here, Royal Caribbean. Yeah, I don't know why it would be up today announcing they're not sailing longer, but like I said, these cruise lines are. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Why they're worth anything? They didn't make one single dollar. They just lost $1 billion in a year, and they're still up there. It's mind-blowing. This makes no sense at all. But you know what? A lot of things in life never make any sense. But if you look at the last year, I mean, from where they were, they're way down. But I still, like I said, they're just, look at this earnings per share. This is what I always talk about. They went from, being profitable companies to losing all this money. They're going to come back to make, to come ahead. So just high risk. I don't know how they're going to do it. But the good news is, it was great to have Jeff Schwartz on and talk about his. Congratulations, Jeff, on doubling your portfolio in such a short time. And that means all you guys, have a great shot to check out. If you haven't set up an account, I might give you guys my Webbull link out there and I'll post a route or something. But check them out. Might as well, help out. It all helps. Referrals, love that stuff. Big shout out to all my Patreon members. But the most exciting thing about today is I have to cut the show short because in a little while we got live play tonight from Blackhawk, Colorado. On my other channel, the Big so all of you who know me from the Big Jackpot, tonight. All of you that have found me now on the slot channel, there it is. The one. For all the people who have found me on the stock channel, I have another channel where I gamble. If there wasn't enough gambling all day, night long, and morning long, I'm going to go do some more gambling. So Doug says, Roger, are we going to see some big booms tonight? Hopefully. And we actually have a special tonight. Simon, who everyone knows, it's her birthday. Look at Carla making faces at me. Carla. Also, big news. I'll announce it to you guys early. I'll be back in Vegas January 25th and 26th at the Cosmo. So more live play from Vegas in 2 weeks. We'll have another for our big jackpot weekend. We'll have another big group poll and stuff. So excited for that. Hey guys, it's the winning day. We got the winner chicken dinner here. So it's always good. So basically, for the week, we spent the week doing nothing so far. That's a great feeling, but that's a good sign sometimes. But hey guys, if you haven't subscribed yet on YouTube, you click that subscribe. If you haven't, and you have to click the gray bell because we are a live show. If you don't click the gray bell, you're not going to know we're live. If you're on Facebook watching, make sure you follow us and click that little thumb up, and that's the only way you're going to get notifications on Facebook about it. But thank you guys so much, and thank you to our first Patreon members. That's awesome. You guys are the best. Hopefully, you're making money off of the trades that I'm showing you what I'm doing and I'm playing. And one thing is this week too, we're going to get back focused. We have a lot of this isn't really a penny channel. It's not what we're looking to do. And we have 4 things going. We've closed up, and we've done okay. I mean, if Jaguar goes up tomorrow, if these are all Jaguar goes up tomorrow, 20, 30 cents, we're way ahead on these pennies. But this is our focus, is options. I'm going to start teaching you guys a lot more about options, and that's where the money is. Like I said, the pennies are fun. You can flip money back and forth. But we want to make sure I don't want to just be a pump and dump or a penny pitching, because that's not where the money is, and we're not gonna turn 5 million into 15, 20, 25 million dollars this year just on penny stocks. Unless we know when they're 10 cents and we buy 10 million shares and it goes to $1, we're not gonna be able to do it. And I'm not gonna buy 10 million shares of anything for 5. I know for sure why. But the option program, it works well, especially in these markets. Markets can get a little like Thursday or Friday this week. Obviously, the Democrats are going to, do this impeachment maybe Thursday or something now. Trump's threatening you don't want to do this. Who knows what that means? We don't know a lot of what Trump is up to any longer because he has no social media way to reach us except press releases or through the press. So it's going to be interesting. So, interesting week next week. I think the markets will get pretty stable. Also Thursday, Biden's big announcement of the stimulus and what he's going to do. Who knows? This guy may say you never know. I mean, what would happen to the market if he says we're shutting airports? I don't know. Would Apple go down if airports are closed? No, because everyone can still buy iPads and get them delivered. You can still buy your phone. You'll still be on your phone. You'll still be on your app store. But with shutting airports down, what would that do to the airline stocks? What would it do to travel stock? I don't know. There's so much. I don't think he's going to do that, but I'm just saying there's so much crazy stuff. You just don't know. And, hopefully he doesn't come in and get too chaotic his first, few days in the office and stuff. Hopefully he's just focused on getting more people, shots in their arm with the vaccination. That's the best thing he can do for it. But, hey, guys, thank you so much for watching us today. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us. And hope you guys all make a lot of money tomorrow in the markets. You guys are my money makers. Let's win big tonight in the casino and tomorrow in the market. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Take care and have